Hello, my name is Rhonda and I'm with Fresh Talks Global Vision. Today we get to connect with you and give you special gifts. I'm going to have some links for you as we go on live here. I have somebody that's coming in and interviewing, and her name is Kathan Holt. We've interviewed her before. She is a dynamo when it comes to helping women align and get into like their special sauce, the way that they can actually step into leadership. And she has great stories about these people that are superpower hitters, just like you. You may not be stepping into your superpower. And she holds the space and transitions them into really seeing what they're doing to where their mindset is that they may not believe in themselves, that they can get to that higher level. She does a lot of work with the UN. So she is looking at how to keep people up in a very big leadership. So I hope she comes today, but if not, I'll be here for you. I'll give you a couple gifts. So to tell you how this is set up, the special gifts that we have today are, let me get that to make sure that I am on with what we're doing here. Now I have a gift where it's called like the Global Vision Package. And I want to give you a link so that you get it for free. And what it does is it helps you with your branding and helps you understand like what you're really doing out there. So there's a 4-step process to get into that. And what Kathan Holt has for you is how to really step into the steps of being a leadership and really holding that space for yourself. So she gets to guide you in that. There's 4 questions that I've been wanting to ask people when they come in. And this is a special series. This series that we are in right now, I am calling it Voice Awakening for Personal Growth and Empowerment. This is our 6th conversation out of 10. And there's 4 questions, or there's 3 questions that I want to be asking to make sure that we get in deeper conversation where we find that we get stuck and where the people that we are coaching get stuck, and how we can stand and see the different layers as we believe we're here to influence and help people make bigger and better and bold and heart-centered, straightforward decisions that really help so that you live a very blessed life, along with all the ups and downs. So the 3 questions that I have are this: what and who are you serving out there? And like, how does that work within the gift you're giving? So if Kathan doesn't come in, I'll share with you as the person that's the producer here. I'll share with you how that global vision works. And what I've been doing to change is I'm launching podcasts. I'm opening people's voice. I am helping people get into that space where they start becoming more vulnerable and they start discovering how that feels to be in front of the camera, talking to people, coaching people, and helping them get deeper instead of backing off and being scared. Question for you before I tell you what the other 2 questions are. Have you ever seen somebody say something, you go, oh, I just feel bad for them because I can see they're stuck, and we're all humans and we get stuck, but I want to tell this person how much I love them and the next step that they can get into so that they feel safe, because right now I can tell they're scared. So what if we do that in a bigger, bolder way where people don't feel judged, they feel loved on? So where is it in your life where you feel like you want to be called out on and you want somebody to hold that space for you so you feel like you're moving forward? And what I do is I ask people, what are the things that you're noticing that I'm doing? Please share with me what I'm doing that I might have blockers on, and it's not making me be in a safe space for myself because I'm doing something and I'm not moving forward because of that. Because anytime we don't feel safe, we get in the brain, in the fight or flight, and we're trying to show up in a way that we think and calculate how should we show up. But when we get in the heart center, when we start thinking about this, we start talking in a deeper space where we're just here trying to help each other. That's really what it is. So that first question is really deep because that's what I believe the global vision support that I do. Question 2, How are you serving for personal growth and empowerment, and your gift attribute to this? So I want to speak in layers of what I've been noticing when I'm opening people's voice and helping them feel empowered. There's so many coaches out there, and there's so many wonderful people. So I want to give you the space to just experience what it is to have a coach that's been doing this for 16 years. I've been in the health industry for 25 plus years and help in launching businesses, but also I'm not active right now, but I was a CPA and I still kind of lean in on that when I'm working with people because I want to understand, like consulting wise, how can I help them move forward? So there's all these gems I want you to see within yourself of everything you've done in your whole entire life. Because I'm thinking about kindergarten, me doing my paper out, to moving to San Diego when I was 21 and only having $150 in my pocket. And I knew that was the right thing to do because of reasons. So I'm going to share that with you. That's the question 2. Number 3 is, what is heavy on your heart right now and the changes that you want to see out there in individuals and in the world? So I can share testimonials with you, but I thought I would bring in a story. If Kathan doesn't come in, I'm going to go in deep in a story about my week this last week and the weekend to share with you how it looks to have the ego, the thoughts of what you expect life to be, to allowing yourself to have that breakdown and to receive somebody that's by your side to help them reflect on what you're saying and trust the person in front of you that they have your back, and how to work back and forth to be able to build something that is really truly who you are, that you've just been missing because you've been playing so small because of reasons that hopefully you're going to discover in this conversation, or you're going to grab a gift. Mine is a global vision gift, and you're going to discover more about yourself. Does that seem like fun? I hope it totally does, because I'm thinking this is going to be really, really awesome. And sometimes, everything doesn't land the right way I want it to. So lean in, ask questions, and I will for sure get back to you. But I appreciate you so much. Okay, so my name is Rhonda Liebig. I've been producer and host of Fresh Talks Global Vision. I've been doing this type of show or podcast or even physical traveling for almost 9 years now. And I've been loving every moment of it. I've been learning so much. I've been discovering what I'm here for and what I do well. And I keep learning by watching people's transformation and evolving in those areas where I'm seeing that people really are leaning in and learning more about themselves. And I go, okay, I need to study more about that. So lately I've been studying more about the brain and the cohesiveness with the heart, so that we can come in softer, but we can also find those things that we are doing, saying to ourselves, that really needs to dissolve, so that we can create new walkways, new pathways for ourselves and for the people around us, our loved ones, our relationships. And I notice that as I get in more education of that, the bigger and bolder I think everybody around me feels. And the people that are my clients, I'm so proud of them because they are visionaries. They're people that are discovering bigger things, and I just get to hold the space for them. So that's what I do. I work with businesses, and I also work with health and wellness, but I believe we can get raw, go bold, and we can be ourselves. So be you. Energy activation is what I love to do. And all of that encompasses opening the voice and feeling that you are here right here and now for a purpose. You're not here as a mistake, but it's serious, going to go down right now. So the first question is, what and who are you serving out there? What I understand is that I'm out there in a global way doing the best I can to connect and keep growing with more people. And the more that I get out there, I'm noticing my YouTube channel is growing. We have about 3,000, 4,000 people, and it just keeps evolving every month, more and more. So we're getting more people, more views on our video. So people are consuming the content of Fresh Talks Global Vision and what I'm doing. So I think I'm going the right direction. And then we have a private group, Fresh Talks Global Vision, that's in Facebook. And in there we have 11 or 12,000 people, and it just keeps evolving still. And I'm recognizing that keeps growing and people are discovering more about, I really believe my branding is about opening the voice, being energy activated. If we have more vitality, then we're able to step into new things that we haven't before, and things that we're probably talking to other people about, but we're not fully being in alignment with who we are. If we do more of that, that's where everything grows, because you're not calculating what you're going to say. You just are yourself. You're relaxed. You breathe. And when it's time to have a breakdown, you melt and allow it to happen. But you have those ebbs and flows, those ups and downs. And the more that you allow yourself to do that, the more you'll get what I call like full alignment. That everything you breathe, it'll just be all as one. It'll be in alignment. It won't look different depending on what room you're going to. Because sometimes you're going into a room that you really don't know anybody. And sometimes you're going into a room where people already have judgment on you because maybe you've done past things where you're not proud of yourself. So who are we serving if we get confused? When we go into a room and there's a group of people just going, oh, that person, they did this. But if you keep yourself open with that space and know that your DNA keeps changing based on breaking the synapses of your brain and repairing with fresh new ideas, that you know that you're getting 1 million cells of newness every single day. And you have a new body. And in that new energy, that new vitality, it creates new thoughts only if you allow it to. So learning to be quiet, that's what I love to do with people, is help them be quiet and feel safe in that. Because when I first started being quiet, I was quite scared. Quite scared. I didn't want quiet. I wanted music on. I wanted to move. The only time I really felt safe was when I was actively moving. So I'd work out all the time and sometimes a little too much. And I'd barely eat because I just wanted to be light in my body and I wasn't connected with a deeper purpose. Question for you: how would it feel if you had all these gems in your life where you felt like you were in your body? You could feel every ache and pain so that you can discover what you need to do to take care of your body, instead of waking up one day and getting a diagnosis and going, I didn't know that was going to happen. And that's me talking to you as a health coach, but also an energy activator. The more that we get into our heart, the more that our energy will get connected with every piece of our body, and we'll learn how to release that pain in our body as we step in. And the more that we step in, the more that we'll be able to hear and see and heal our body, because all the aches and pains are based on so much about us being aggravated, throwing in the stress hormones in our body because we're just fighting and fighting with life. And I was talking to a family member the other day and I was saying, man, in our family, we thought we were so strong by fighting and thinking that we had to fight for our rights, like how dare you step on my toes, or how dare you do this? What if we stop saying how dare, but we say, what'd you say? Can you share more with me? That hurts me. I don't know why you're saying that. What did I do? And you start getting curious. That's what I like to do. So, but I want to keep it safe. So sometimes I'm human. Sometimes I don't always keep it safe for everybody. And especially if I'm working and hanging out with people that are in my family, I could accidentally say something because there's a lot of personal emotion with it. So my new discovery is, how can I really share with myself that I want to be in truth as much as possible and really hold that space? And how can I do it in a way where I feel like I'm being triggered, but I take a breath in and I start loving on myself more, instead of beating myself up and then wanting to fight with others because I'm coming at myself, but learning how to love on others. How would that feel for you? So that first question is like, how does that connect with the present that I'm giving? And so the present is looking at these words and phrases that you use because it's just coming out of your head naturally. But sometimes there's so many gems that you're doing that you don't even realize what you're missing because it happens so naturally. So this global vision thing that I put together is trying to reflect with you and you being able to see your precious gems. And the more that you can see yourself, the more that you feel safe with getting to know who you are, the more you feel safe in being part of a community. Because I used to be afraid of being around people. I'm like, well, I don't like that person. That person, first off, why don't I like that person? Probably because they're challenging me. So why not like somebody? Why not love on people and get curious and have deeper questions on the people that you don't like? Because I was saying that a lot. I don't like this person. I don't like that person. They're mean. They're rude. It's like, but can we stop the stories? Because the stories is what gets us in trouble. So when you go through the 4 steps of the global vision, then you get to have a one-on-one with me. This is all free, by the way, because we're part of Leisa Reid's. She's doing a gift guide, and there's like 20 plus experts in this. So I'm going to give you a link so that you can click on that link and it'll take you in for free all these gifts that it'll be like a mastermind for you. And a lot of it's going to be mental stuff, like Catherine Holt was supposed to be here today. Hers is about being a leader. Let me actually tell you the gift that she has, because you definitely want to take on her gift. It's incredible, but it's an ebook. It's a workbook. Women as change agents, 10 powerful actions to elevate your leadership. So to elevate your leadership, I know leadership is a really big word. It's like sometimes you think you have to be bossy, you have to do this, you have to have this certain personality, but leadership is really just being cohesive with your heart and your mind and stepping in fully and just being yourself. Because then people will naturally flow with you and they'll understand why they want you to lead them somewhere. So that is what those gifts are. And I'm almost done. So then I'm going to be able to paste the link in so that you'll be able to get the link to get in and actually get all these gifts. 20 plus people. And I'm very proud of Leisa Reid's community because she brings these up-leveled speakers that really work in mindset and really help people stand in their gems. That's why I'm there. I feel like I do a good job. So what do you think about that? Are you feeling that there's something precious maybe that you're holding yourself back on and you've been wanting to do stuff, but you are not stepping into it? Take on these gifts and you'll be able to see how whichever ones you choose, that's going to lean you in more and more, because this group really is fantastic with being authors, really being change agents for other people. So I'm really proud to be part of this group. Okay, so number 2, how are you serving for personal growth and empowerment? And how does your gift attribute to this? I want to throw an R in everything today. I don't know why. Okay, so I believe that the more that we're around people that know how to love on people, women know how to love on women, women know how to love on men, there is no combative space. I love being in the space of just having this great conversation. Example, I was talking to a client today and it was pretty sensitive. It could have been a pretty sensitive conversation. And it was about how can we update their writing that's already lovely, but it's not landing in their digital branding, like why they're here, what they're doing. And this person writes so well that they could have been in the ego and said, F you, I write, all this stuff looks good to me. But to reflect on them, okay, we're missing a part here because of your digital branding. Digital branding is, who are you serving out there? so that people can nail it. They can hear when you're speaking their language and you help them move forward in a newsletter, in a video, in an interview, in a conversation with somebody. And my client, he was saying, you throw stuff all over the place on the wall, and I'm going to grab it and we're going to play with it. And all of a sudden, he was a love bug and he was opening up and just sharing. Rhonda, you just keep throwing me stuff because I know that where I'm at right now, it's great. But I also know that we have because him and his wife are clients of mine, to be able to, for me to be able to be seen, so then I can shift and grow and help people even more. So bring it on. And so that's what I like to do. I'm serving people that really want to open their heart and lean into it. So it's going to be people have businesses that are in alignment also with their health and wellness. They know their vitality is truly going to be affected if they're not doing things really well, because they're just going to work really, really hard, or they're going to live life within their relationships thinking that they feel, oh, poor me, everything is coming at me. Why is life like this? This person I want to fight with, like all that, the relationship stuff is really important too in every way. Because I have straight up health coaching clients. And I also have people that are just like high level, having a lot of vision, but also a lot of people's eyes on them. And so we're playing in that atmosphere of like, what's their next step? So I'm working with people that are ready to be vulnerable and get wild and crazy and really love working with my type of energy. If you like this type of energy, you want to lean into this. So the gift that I'm giving is related with all of that. And when you get on a call with me, we're going to do like an hour where we're playing back and forth and all the stuff that you learned in the 4 steps. And we're going to bring that together so I can really hear what you are doing out there that maybe you're not stepping out and really sharing everything. A lot of it is some of like the spiritual stuff. Like I hear quite a few people, especially when I work with people that are working towards great money, a lot of them actually want to talk about spiritual stuff. And a lot of us aren't claiming that. And I tell you, I hold a space for that because there's so many people that I was working with somebody that they were working towards $1 million, and they were like, all they really wanted was to get connected at that higher level of believing in themselves and releasing and letting it go and understanding what they're really doing in their day to day. And some people that I've worked with, they're working for somebody, but they're trying to nail it in all different areas of what they do every day, or they are on their own working as a business owner. So that's where my gift helps people. And the third question is, what is heavy on your heart right now? You know, I call this hashtag speaker locking arms. This is where I'm here to open up voices, your voice, everybody's voice, my voice, alignment, to stop blaming and shaming. This week, I had a spot where I was just blaming and shaming myself, telling myself I was not worthy of much at all. And I could feel it in my heart, and I felt so bad. I was broken down into a crumbles. And if we allow ourselves to go through that process and know that everything's going to be okay, then we're going to get somewhere really big. Because the ego has to be broken down. The synapses in our brain and all the stuff we've learned throughout our childhood, some of that is weighing heavy on us, and it's making us show up and be so mean to people because we think that they're, I don't know, evil, or, you know, like I don't like them, or they're like lying. So, you know, there's so many things that that I hear and see. But how can we do this to where this is like a humanitarian project? So I have a board of advisors, Ignite Power Together, and there's Vesna Matic, Sharon Dunlevy, Rachel. Rachel, what's your last name? I was getting confused because as I started saying the names, I was just like, I hope I remember all their names. So I have to remember Rachel's name too. But this is about how can we work together cohesively as a group. And so the board of advisors that I put together to help this humanitarian project of us being out there and having this conversation with people like you also, this is where I think the bigger picture is making sure you get that global vision set up for yourself and get to know more about the humanitarian project that I'm doing and maybe you're part of. Maybe you have your own thing. But I'm looking for people to partner with that because that is the stuff that's weighing heavy on my heart. That's the stuff that stopped me from growing as big as I could actually envision, was thinking that I was too small. And hearing some people that just didn't believe in what I was doing. I bet you get in that space too. So I love and appreciate you. I'm sorry we didn't get to have Catherine Holt on here, but I'll give you her information. And I'll make sure I put the link down of the interview that we did with her because this woman is incredible. She's incredible. So I'll do that and get your gift, opt in, and you're going to have 20 plus gifts that you get to look at. And Rhonda Liebig, make sure you opt into mine. Check it out. I love you so much. And I'm happy that you were here to be able to hear the 3 questions, maybe one of them and you were already exited out, but I want you to really think about what is your bigger purpose? How would it be to step into these gifts and really discover some of these different angles to be able to heal from past stuff that never really served you, never really served to get to that next level, because you only are aware of what you're aware of. And that means you have a ceiling. But the more that you start becoming more aware of what your patterns are and your limiting beliefs and where it came from, and is that really you, like learning that 4-step process that I will be using when you do your global vision and you opt in, you get to spend time with me. I love you so much. And I wish you so much love out there as we are moving forward and we're learning so much about ourselves. You deserve everything that's coming to you. Step in, lean in, ask questions, get curious. And I love you in sign language. I love you. Keep bringing yourself forward. Namaste.